author, we have come up with a session on cybersecurity. And when we say cybersecurity, everyone knows in the group who is the master of cybersecurity. You know, he's a Cyberman, Salman's fan. Okay, I know this person last time also I said I know this person from my childhood. It's been more than 14 years he has experience into the cybersecurity, and he has more than almost 28 certifications he has done so far. He would like to start his own, organization into cybersecurity, but at the corporate level. When we say entrepreneurs, we start from a small scale and all, but his ambition is he would like to start his journey on a larger scale. At present, he's working with HDFC Ergo as an information security officer. At such a young age, he has managed to achieve this position. I would like to call Siddesh Hedulkar for the next session. Yeah, guys, please clap because he has achieved something at very young age. He's 1 year younger to me, but he has gone to a different level now. Over to you, Siddesh.
First of all, thanks Amruti for that wonderful introduction, and I really thank you for that. I have slides and everything, but I just wanted to talk something more on cyber and hacking and all. Everyone has their own mobile phones, laptops, iPad, iPods, everything. But do you know what exactly the computer's definition as per the law? As per the cyber law, what is the definition of computer?
The machine.
No. Anything which understands binary is considered as a computer. Whether it's your camera, whether it's your any kind of calculating machine, it's considered as a computer. Because the definition has made it in such a way that something goes wrong which can lead to a fraud or any kind of deception, that can be considered as a crime, cyber crime. So that's the major understanding and fundamental understanding when we talk about the cyber crime. And secondly, the way the things are going right now, considering the pandemic situation, we are getting more technology dependent. But cyber security is not a technology dependent. It's technology. With the help of technology, you can do certain things. It's just a medium to perform certain things. Crime पहले भी होते थे, crime आज भी होता है. It's a way. It's just a change of way to perform those crimes and getting something dig out from the beneficial purpose or any other harassment purpose. So this is the basic fundamental parts of when we talk about the cyber crime. One more ready. What can you see over here? Is there any kind of mistake? What?
There are 2D.
There are 2D. Okay. So you see these two parts, right? Yes. This is one of the mistakes. Generally, it happens that when we read the first line and we missed out the second line part. That's exactly thing happens in cybersecurity. It's all about your perception. How do you see things matters a lot when any crime happens over the internet or with the help of computers. So it is meant for distraction and misdirection. And these two things happens with your emotions only. Always, whether you are angry, you're blunt, you are very romantic, whether you are or it's like it's always takes your emotion, the way your emotional channel works, the setup has been happen in that way. And most of the time people thinks that मेरे पास क्या है तो कुछ भी नहीं है, मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, मेरे पास कुछ डेटा नहीं है, मैं कौन सा CEO हूँ या किसी कंपनी का MD हूँ, तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ. But it's not like that. I'll show you. You are the target. You are the subject for everything. Irrespective you are using computers or not. Irrespective you are using mobile phones or not. It doesn't matter whether your phone is iPhone or Android phone or any Chinese phone. What matters? What information you are holding or you are processing. I'll show you. And the way you are processing information, how it can be go against you. This is a small video. So they called some random people and they told them that we are going to have a session showing that how we can see the future. A pretty interesting part.
Ik zie een school tegen Antwerpen.
Ja,
Insecten.
dat lief?
Ik voel twee insecten op je rug. Kan dat?
Ja, kinders.
Slovenie. Slovenie.
Zo hè.
Nee, een motto. Oranje. Paf erop. Zenit. Oui, oui. Bien. Je hebt een vriendin. Julie de...
Ja,
Ik weet het, liefdesleven. 3, 4...
de vierde dat wij meestal open, dus dat weten niet veel mensen.
Is mijn chauffeur. Maison rouge, balcon. Blanc. Ja. Ik zie geld, ik zie transacties, maar ik heb geen rekening van buiten. Ik denk dat ik het wel weet. Er staat wel negatief op je bankrekening.
Ja?
9, 7. Last month, you spent 200 euros on alcohol. Vorige maand 300 euro aan kleding gespendeerd. 8, 5 voor een huis dat van eigenaar gaat veranderen. 750.000 euro. Ja, makkelijk. 41.
Ja.
De eerste.
Ja, dat is juist. Oh man. Ah, ik vind je eng.
So when we see this video, if you see what kind of information he has possessed, he has the bank account number, he has all the transaction details, he has all kind of personal informations like what kind of tattoo you have and everything. So whatever we are sharing, they are using that information against us, and this is how the cybercrime frauds happens. Because we don't control our emotions in such a way, what way we need to put it. So generally they are interested into this particular part. So when we talk about credit card information, financial data, it's your bank account numbers, CVV numbers, even your demat account numbers. These are the very important informations generally from the financial point of view. And most important is medical information. Your medicines, your prescriptions, your diet, all this in your even your age. All this information matters a lot nowadays because this information can help someone to build any targeted attack over this country. A chemical or biochemical weapon or something like that. These kind of information are very much they are interested now. So even in this Russia-Ukraine war, we have seen lot of cases. Though we support our German company, we have been targeted in lot of cases. It's very easy to target normal people rather than just a company. So when you are sharing certain information like this is very problematic, not only for you, it's a problem for everyone or over the country. It can lead to a cyber war. So these are the things we generally take captures with respect to credentials also. There are very small things they notice and they work upon it. First of all, they target your emails. Your email address is available everywhere. You can see whenever you go, you provide email address like anything. For any subscription you require, you have to provide your email address. So based on that, those details, they categorize your other information and they put it you in the bracket. The way you explain that critical people or close people or any tech savvy people. Now when they need to perform certain attack, what they will target? They will target a critical people or they will target a general people. So this way, not only categorizing the people, but they also have some methodologies to target those people. So basis on this, they generally target people in a mass way when we talk about phishing, where they try to lure you in such a way that you can share certain credentials, certain informations with them, and which they can use it on later on, or they can use for or misuse for any kind of other frauds. Next part is the targeted attack. Generally this happens with most of the corporate level guys who are very key personalities in the organization. So they know their birth dates and everything, so they share their greetings and everything, and just to click on those particular links or opening that particular site, they were able to grab very confidential details. I'll give you very simple part. How many of you use Google Chrome? Everyone use Google Chrome. So Google Chrome has features. When you logged in on a browser, it will sync on your mobile, in your laptop, iPad, everywhere. Okay. Now, the Computer Emergency Response Team of India has recently provided a guideline that Google Chrome is the most vulnerable browser, because that vulnerability of that feature of syncing everything within our alternate devices is a challenge, because it allows you to sync your passwords, it allows you to sync your history, it allows to sync your the mechanism which you have set up for the particular browser. Now attacker has targeted browser only. So they are not worried about phishing and everything. They target that browser and they try to steal whatever information through that browser only. So when you sync not only your company personal email address, you also sync your company email address and passwords. So they don't need to look for any other way to get into the company, or they need to look for they just need to share one LinkedIn post, likes, votes. If you click on that particular thing, gone. Your entire data is available with them. So generally these are the targeted one when you are on computer. When you are a busy guy and you are always on phone, especially marketing people or sales people, this is their target. They just SMS you with some link and you must be busy, you click that particular link, they own your phones. And once they own your phones, they can see your recordings, they can see your photos, they can see your chats, they can access your WhatsApp, and through WhatsApp they can actually send messages. So when these things happen, you just need to ensure that you are not clicking any malicious or suspicious link. Sometimes they prepare the link in such a way that you will not be able to identify. For an example, I have my company name is hdfcargo.com. Now I will put it in such a way, is actually agro.com. In general, when you see that the mistake wala part, when you see, generally you have your eyesight already read that hdfcargo.com, not the agro.com. And once you clicked on that particular thing, it's already executed. So it is completely not a technology. Sometimes it requires a common sense and being a vigilance part. Then it's favorite, everyone's favorite, Google search. जो भी आंसर है गूगल पे सोचो मिल जाएगा. It's not like that. Google is just a search engine and anyone can put any links over there. So when you put those links, you need to ensure there are certain parameters that whatever you are searching, whether those search engine links are correct or not. So there are browser-based antivirus solutions which helps you to identify whether that phishing link is there. I'll show you one link in this next slide. Social media scam. This is the common scam everywhere. You see fake Facebook profile. I have seen in nowadays lot of social media scams are happening more than any other scams. It's easy to lure people through social media to get money or get ransom or get them trapped on some certain things. So their primary targets are LinkedIn, then Instagram, because LinkedIn has a privacy. So they use that privacy settings itself to perform activity when they are performing any kind of cyber attack. When we talk about Instagram has the feature that you cannot save any photos or anything except your own information. But you can DM, direct message to anyone, and that's their primary target. When you get a DM, you are not. It is not something that anyone can delete out. There is one feature that they have added later on, that vanishing mode. So after certain time, certain information can get vanished. So you can use that feature when you are posting certain things. These are the very common technique. Nowadays people have started using a browser in the browser. Apart from this browser, there are certain technique to use. So generally, when you design any web page, okay, you use HTML coding. People have started putting those coding in such a way that their Google, their page will look similar to Gmail account, email's login page, and that page simply capturing your user ID password, nothing else. So it looks like legitimate page of Google. You will see the Google's link also, account.google.com. However, there is some small part which is called as a framing part in a technology manner. In that frame, they put their own code and use that code to take people's credentials. Then QR code scam. You won't believe that as per Gartner survey. Gartner is one of the known open source survey company. They do surveys on a lot of securities and other risk assessment activities. So as per them, this is one of the major part nowadays, that QR code scanning. QR code scanning is most dangerous than any other technology because everybody is using QR code. So आप जा रहे हो होटल में, आपने खत्म किया है, जाके सिर्फ स्कैन करना है, वो जाके चेंज कर देगा सिर्फ QR code, and you will not be able to track it out.
One question.
Yes.
One common scam that we hear is when you log into a banking account, strictly because bank se to सीधा मतलब. Sometimes it says that your password is incorrect. Jabki you remember the password. Second time people say don't log in there. Because first time it is not a genuine account. First time, as you said, कि वो Google का भी copy paste कर लेता है. So that it does. Second time what should we do? Suppose मैंने एक SBI ऑनलाइन SBI खोला, जल्दी में खोल लिया, ब्राउजर में खोला, सब कुछ ठीक है, जेन्युइन लग रहा है, मैंने उसमें अपना आईडी पासवर्ड डाला जो पिछले 20 साल से डाल रहा हूँ. इट कैन नॉट हैपन कि मैं चेंज मतलब भूल जाऊँ. वो कई बार बोलता है क्रेडेंशियल्स इनकरेक्ट. अब वो हो गया मुझसे, मुझे अच्छी तरह मालूम है कि मैंने एक फेक साइट में अपना शायद वो डाल दिया है, और पीपल डू नेक्स्ट टाइम ऑल्सो शायद एक आध अल्फाबेट छूट गया रहेगा, देन दे पुट इट. सो व्हाट डू यू एडवाइस इन दैट केस अगर हो गया किसी से?
So first and foremost thing, do not click on any link and visit particular website or net banking account. Go through the authorized channel. That is the most important thing. You go to HDFC Bank's website and from there you go to net banking. Secondly, whenever you are using such kind of net banking transactions, if possible, wherever possible, use multi-factor authentication. Something password is something you have, but multi-factor authentication also helps you to something you know, because that code is only known by you. That's the first level of hurdle we can create. Third, whenever you are using any kind of browser, do not log into the browser. Means browser setting. Do not allow to sync any settings with it. अलग रखो, सबका अलग अलग रखो, चलेगा, थोड़ा तकलीफ होगा, चलेगा, बट इट इज ऑलवेज बेटर टू बी प्रोएक्टिव रादर देन रिएक्टिव. Fourth important thing is do not use common email addresses everywhere. That is the most important part. Common email address, using common email addresses on your net banking as well as your Gmail as well as your Facebook, you are creating yourself, you are also helping them to create their own path. I'll show you the reason why I'm saying it. So phishing scam generally happens over phone. That's exactly what I'm trying to explain. And most important, see, whenever you there are few clues. So whenever you logged in from another machine, HDFC banks ask confirm your address, whether you are from same address or not. Every time you see, and same thing happens with SBI also. Because I'm using this particular thing, that's why I'm aware of.
Every quarter.
So they ask this particular thing because your IP addresses, the way from you are getting connected to the internet, those details are looking suspicious as per their previous history data. That's why they always wanted to sure whether it is a legitimate user who is performing this activity or not. Similar thing happens when you logged in from the Singapore. I have seen this, that when you logged in from another country, so they ask because your geolocation changes.
Even multiple devices.
Yeah, from multiple devices also now they have asked to check in whether you are right person or not.
Yes.
They ask questions, what is your pet's name?
Yes,
Security. I think that's good.
Yeah. So generally what happens when you logged in from two different devices, then it pops up that someone is trying to log in your devices, whether it's authorized or not, please check it. So when what you are saying about the pet name and all, that is the hint when your password is you forget or you need to reset your password.
I've got this even when you're logging with a different device. For example,
Those are all
some
security
banking-
questions.
Yeah.
Those are all security
Yeah,
questions.
that you have already decided and that settings has been already enabled by you only. Then you receive the such questions.
Yeah. One more thing, how safe are the mobile application of banking? So is it those are also वो safe है या browser से ही जाना अच्छा है?
See, mobile banking is always the most critical part because when you give a permission to any app, okay, you are lost. Your information is already public.
Yeah, I have taken that cautious thing that I have not have installed any
If you
apps.
ask me personally, do not, I never prefer, that's my personal way, I never prefer mobile banking app. I never prefer it.
कुछ लोग मेरे को पुरातन वाले सब बोलते हैं,
even
but
same with
मैं-
me also, like I'm not using any UPI payments also. Google Pay UPI नहीं है, तो
मैं तो
नहीं है
बोल-
No, and secondly, whenever you are using any kind of payment apps, use single app.
Yes.
Any app, single app.
Correct.
I follow UPI. I never follow GPay or anything because गूगल के पास ऑलरेडी मेरे काफ़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन है. अभी मेरे बैंक अकाउंट के साथ मेरे ट्रांजेक्शन डिटेल्स भी मैं उसको दे रहा हूँ. सो उसको पैटर्न पता चल रहा है कि कितनी बार जिंदगी में जोमेटो से ऑर्डर कर रहा है.
मेरे कार्ड भी किधर सेव नहीं है.
हाँ, ये किधर किधर बैठता है वो भी पता चल रहा है उसको.
So that is also very important point. Don't save your cards.
Oh, where I have saved.
RBI has got a directive now.
That's-
अपने apps में save थे ना. They have told to one time clean it.
Yes.
But people have again saved it.
have taken a step, RBI, that irrespective of user, whether it is educated or not, you are not allowed to save any information, and that's a really good thing. And second good thing, they have discarded our old privacy bill. Now they have revisiting the privacy bill. Once that privacy bill passes out, lot of things will go down with respect to digital marketing and everything, because whatever emails or whatever spams you are getting, that is because of two reasons. Either you have shared that particular information with them, or you have visited certain things in your life for your necessary purpose, and you have allowed your consent to share that information with others.
Yeah.
So there is a feature in Gmail also. We can unsubscribe and stop all those which are coming in spam, right? If I'm not wrong.
That unsubscription
They still
is
keep coming.
unsubscription means you will not able to just see that email hereafter once you unsubscribe it. But that doesn't mean your details are not available with them. Are very good in jugards. So hacking means jugad. They always wanted to go one step ahead what you have already developed. So these are the things generally when we talk about any kind of attacks, we need to be well sure. Now let's talk about password. Now just imagine in which type your password is. Whether it is 7 character, 8 character, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if you see any 7 character password, it is easy to break. It hardly take 1 minute to break that particular password. And you can check your password if you want. You can. So many people have this question: कितना password? कितना पासवर्ड और कितना याद रखूं? एक जगह पे अलग अलग रख नहीं सकते. So use your own technique. I generally ask to use password instead of password. Use passphrase. Passphrase is a technique. Generally, for an example, when we talk about Pushpa, सबसे पहले क्या आता है? झुकेगा नहीं साला. So that's his passphrase. So use that passphrase and the combination of alphanumeric characters and special characters.
Only Facebook पे ज़्यादा
Replace your general A alphabet with @ or S sign with dollars. This way you can create a passphrase and that you can use uniquely.
And को भी है.
हाँ. And make it long. If it is suggested to use a 8 character, use 10 character password. So this is way we can just to create hurdles. So if something goes wrong, you can get some kind of notification that someone is trying to perform certain activity when he's actually trying to gain your password. And most important, do not use any personal info like your birth dates, because you have already told your birthday to Instagram, Facebook, Gmail,
Mobile number.
your spouse name. It is already known because of Facebook. So once they visit your Facebook account, They got every information on about it. Complete idea about your prescriptions and everything. It is linked with your ID, PAN card details, it links with your health details, it links with your school details, bank accounts, everywhere.
There will be a secondary survey protocol than already existing.
So, and second most important thing, when you are sharing this information with on your CVs, also in your CVs keep the information limited, because while screening, HR is not responsible to keep your information that way, that the way they handling their information, official information, because that for them it's a public data. You have put it in a Monster, you have put it in a jobscale.com or wherever it is. So that means it is publicly available. So if something goes wrong with their organization and your information got leaked out, you are responsible, not them. Because you willingly share that particular information with them.
Now the norms have been changed for HR also, like guidelines, whether to ask for, the data of Aadhaar card and all that.
Yeah.
So most of the
So
scam
I generally, I have seen many times people do ask, please share your PAN card. In most of the corporate, they are asking this. Sorry, if you are not selecting me, I am okay with it. I will not share my PAN details. Because there is no assurity that how that PAN details will get used or misused. Unless and until you are getting some confirmation, you are signing some code of conduct, then and then only you share those details.
The date of birth is very important.
Yeah, that is the main part when we talk about any kind of personal information. As per the IT Act 2000, Section 43A, your personal identifiable information is most critical. आज मैं 1 करोड़ का इंश्योरेंस बेच रहा हूँ अंबानी को, एग्जाम्पल, मेरे पास उसका प्रिस्क्रिप्शन है, है, कल सिर्फ मुझे ये पता करना है कि इसका रूटीन क्या है मेडिसिन मंगाने का। मैंने एक बार 250 mg की जगह पर 500 mg का रिप्लेस कर दिया और उसकी वजह से उसका प्रॉब्लम हो गया, और किसी ने बाद में ये प्रेस में लीक आउट किया कि इसका इंफॉर्मेशन लीक आउट हुआ था, इसका प्रिस्क्रिप्शन। जस्ट इमेजिन, मतलब क्या, कहाँ से कहाँ आ जाएंगे सब लोग।
वो तो स्टॉक
ऑनलाइन फार्मेसीज शुड नॉट
वो तो जीतू भाई को टेंशन हो जाएगा क्यों?
Stock market talking about prescriptions, right? But today with blockchain coming in and your entire medical history will be available, and not even medical history, everything, right from education, then the data security has to be like, I don't know what are the preparations over that, but obviously the blockchain is going to be another media
So
or such.
blockchain has a mechanism called smart contract. Okay, that is already linked with the two-factor authentication. They are also progressing towards it. I am also novice in blockchain security point of view. I just cleared security specialist from blockchain. But the progress which nowadays happening with the blockchain, it is gonna be a pioneer with respect to information. But when we talk about blockchain, the mechanism, the chaining of information in such a way, you are not be able to link out one particular information with other, unless you have that entire chain. You are correct. So that's why the major reason to build an objective is, so that actually technology sometimes gives a better understanding, but with the growth of technology features, there are certain jugaad happens also. So smart contracts works on basic fundamental thing, accessing your details securely, accessing with a secure network. These are the basic things which is under your control, rather than just blaming the technology part. Now just, as I said, 11 billion accounts were stolen, hacked on site and apps. It is already done. and you can check whether your information got compromised on this particular site. Have I been pawned on that? I'll share these details, both the sides. So there are 604 websites which are already pawned. These many accounts has already compromised. Okay. These are the complete copy paste account, which means you are using the same password everywhere. And that's why multi-factor authentication is important. So, on closing note, I just wanted to bring out certain points with respect to KGF2, which I asked you earlier. So, in KGF, if you see, he was always one step ahead of his enemies. He knows what exactly the next step he needs to take from before his antagonist is going to attack him. But there are certain things which he has never worked upon, like he allowed Adira to apply this trick to get Rocky. उसकी गर्लफ्रेंड को वो टारगेट करता है फर्स्ट लेवल पे, एंड देन he asked to come to his own area, Adira, and then he shoot him. Right? Similarly, phishing attack happens. Phishing attack वैसे ही होते हैं.
लिंक भेज के.
Then if you see, once a survey attack happens, people always be smarter that अभी मैं फंस गया हूँ, next time I need to be very sure. Same thing happened with Rocky भाई. Rocky, once he hits a bullet, next time he goes with all the preparation. If you, and this is most important, if you suspect the source of threat, always block it. उसमें क्या होता है, वो कॉलेज निकलर्स लेके सबको मारता है, बट बाद में उसको छोड़ देता है. That's why later on he kills his wife.
अधीरा ने भी छोड़ा था इसलिए.
So वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ.
मेरा डेटा लेके छोड़ दिया.
उसने लेके छोड़ दिया, मतलब आप थोड़ी तो यू कैन हैव द ऑप्शन. And most important is your insider threat. Never share your password with your anyone, because when you are sharing the password not intentionally but unintentionally, they may get fished out, and he may not, or he or she may not be aware about it. हम लोग बच्चों को अकाउंट हम लोग अपना क्रिएट करके देते हैं, बट अपना वो पर्टिकुलर चीज़ कितनी सारी चीज़ों के साथ लिंक होती है, मैं नेवर नो. So that's it from my end. If you have any questions.